I got all 3 bins full to about 3 feet or so. Okie dokie. So my compost bins, can you see the dip and how it sunk down right in the center here? So temperature is almost 120 degrees. A couple days ago it was 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of these outer edges in the middle. Okay, so I've got the edges pulled up into a little pile in the center and each of these guys, and we'll see if the center sinks down again. Alrighty, so I'm taking a look here at my compost. It used to be up at the level of this bin board, so it sunk down about a foot, and I piled up the center, and that's kind of sunk down some too. And we're dropped below 100 Fahrenheit. So I think I'm gonna throw in some carrots and then scoop some seaweed on top of that. Keep on playing those games. Same difference in these bins too. Yeah. And even my leaf pile here has sunk down probably about 8 inches or so. Okay, so I pulled out a few bin boards off the top, threw in the carrot tops that I took from all the carrots that I harvested from under my tunnel out there. And that was, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So then I threw some water collected in my little buckets over here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take the seaweed from the edges and just kind of lift it over the top. Oakley dokley. So I got them all piled up in a pile. We see if these sink down. Hey folks, so it's January and look at this. Normally we'd have a ton of snow and ice, and in January it gets down at night into the teens Fahrenheit, so way below freezing. But it has mostly been raining and really windy, which is just super unusual. And yeah, like even, well above freezing, even into the 40s, low 40s during the day. So yeah, because the weather's been so crappy, I've been just inside, doing this little project, trying to straighten up my greenhouse lights. But I've been running into issues with that, so I decided today to go ahead and get some seaweed, because I've got some shredded cardboard in the bins here. During my little break, I watched a lot of Netflix, shredded some cardboard, and let's see the temperature here. Sitting around 70 degrees. And so now I figure it's time to go out and get some seaweed, getting a little break in the wind. Okay, so I've got about 3 hours until low tide, and then it'll start coming back in. So I got plenty of time to get all this seaweed back here. It's 2:30 and tide's not quite all the way out, but I am done and headed home. Next day, I'm gonna take a look at the seaweed. There's the marsh, pretty much a lake. I put in a couple more bin boards and filled everybody up. About 3 feet. And leaf pile is right at 40 degrees. So, because the weather has been so warm and the roads are clear, I may go out and get some more seaweed at some point, but first I'm gonna have to watch a bunch of, watch Netflix again and watch a bunch of movies and shred cardboard and get that in here first. But anyway, crazy winter. So a group of us are going to get together here in Wrangell and order some seed potatoes from Alaska. And I used up the last of my German butterballs, and all I have is 25 pounds for seed potatoes next year. I would kind of like to get these Haida, which is a potato that was used by natives in this area, the Tlingit, but there are limited quantities, so I don't know, maybe I should get 5 pounds of those. Write that down, Haida. And then I want something that I could use as a French fry because I'm always buying Baker potatoes so that, you get a nice big French fry. But let's see here. I was looking at this one, Shepody, however you pronounce that, bred in Canada for French fry processing. It doesn't say how well it keeps in storage, but I figure I'll just try it and see how well it does. The other one was this Satina, and it does say high yield and stores well. I like that. High resistance to common scab, which I haven't had any problems with the German butterballs, but And then kind of some of these are either they don't store all that great, or maybe there's kind of a smaller potato. And I already have a small potato, in the German butterball. So that's the plan.